Doc does a really good job covering his trajectory back to the ledge with double pill, because it normally ends up outweighting the invincibility timer. And then he also has the tools to edgeguard Luigi, just because he can make side B and misfire into a detriment with cape, and back air sends at a terrible enough angle that edgeguarding really it comes down to just how well Coin manages his down Bs, and it comes down to how well how well he spaces around like cape, back air, the typical edgeguarding tools.
Yeah.
So Battlefield, in their first set they started FD, and Jakpox ended up 3-stocking Coin on that stage.
I see. Well, he's in a good spot right now.
What a magnet! I'm honestly surprised that Jakpox is not SD, because he was nowhere near the ledge when he snapped to it. But that was a relative.
Did you see Coin roll up his eyes to the camera? He was like this.
So, yeah. I mean, if I were fighting Doc, I'd roll my eyes. So it becomes this like low percent is it kind of turns into a battle of crouch cancel down smashes. Oh, that was a very early sort of panicky up B, and Jakpox just in the right spot to capitalize.
Alright, so Jakpox the stock lead. So Coin kind of like fighting his way back a little bit. He's getting his bread and butters, but he's not like converting like as a whole, you know, like that.
Yeah, the problem is that in this matchup, like getting punishes, having your punish extend is actually really hard, just because of the weight that these characters are. They're floaty enough where, you know, a lot of their conversions that they have for like other characters just kind of stop short.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to like off stage, you've got Doc's up B with its like ridiculous hitbox. So, and it's also a relatively decent combo breaker, especially when he up B cancels it.
Did you say combo breaker?
Alright, he's got.
So Coin in the stock leading with like 85%.
Wait, what happened? Wasn't it like 3 stocks? Wasn't that 3 stocks to 2 like a second ago?
Yeah, but what happened was that over on the left side of Battlefield, Jakpox went a little bit too low, trying to get like a dunk or something.
And he has Tauhia and then Coin on ledge.
Yeah.
Alright. Well,
I like that little movement there.
Sliding, keeping some of the momentum just from Luigi being
who's getting a real physical now.
Alright. Last stock. 100% is honestly not that much of a lead here. Just because Doc
is super light.
Well, that and Doc is bullshit, and he can kill him right here.
Oh my god.
Alright, Coin making sure he has his down B charged. I know a couple times last set, the last set they played, he got caught off stage without a down B and ended up just falling to his death for it.
Yeah.
So, late nair, late Doc nair.
Oh my god. Dude, this is game 1.
This is one heck of a comeback.
Yeah, this is like 3.5 minutes
double aerials. That shouldn't kill. No, but he can hold ledge here. Jump kill. No. And I'm surprised that that ledge was taken for that long. So I would imagine either FD or Stadium here. Yeah, especially with how the first set went. So this is where, if I had to guess, this is where Jakpox kind of just puts up the wall, kind of just establishes field control with just with pills, trying to stuff out any sort of like movement options. And so we'll see how well Coin is able to get around that, just through like wave dash shield, or you can just SD at 50. that was good. He used his roll to dodge the down B back to ledge, and then was able to still slide back in time before Jakpox was able to upbeat a ledge. Kind of just trading projectiles and sticking their feet out at each other. This is the typical Mario way. That time Coin's ledge dash not in time. Ooh, dash attack. I am not sure if that's what he meant. I'm assuming not, but... So this is... It's harder, not gonna do it. Just got a little bit more.
Alright, stocks are even.
Stocks, yeah. Even stocks. Jakpox's counterpick not working out quite as he hoped. Still pretty close, but definitely nowhere near as dominant as the first set between them. Kind of just trading back airs at this point, trying to wreck a percent on each other and establish stage control.
Oh, that was beautiful there by Coin.
But he overextends.
Wait, but he can still make it back, yeah.
He makes it back.
That's the thing with, I actually learned recently about Luigi's Cyclone, is like after you do it, it actually kind of gives you just a slight boost.
Tries to do the same thing he did last stock, but this time Jakpox not falling for it. Probably, I'm surprised no air dodge. Yeah, at this point, I was gonna say, at this point, getting any sort of like combo on either of these characters is relatively difficult, so they're just kind of fishing for straight hits. And Coin getting it with that sort of early nair, and then Jakpox responding right back to crouch cancel down smash. So game 2, last stock. Coin slightly up in percent, but again, this matchup tends to be just so volatile with how strong these characters can edge guard each other.
No! Another one.
Yeah. Honest counterpick too. Feels bad. So now, I guess the question is, yeah, do you stay FD or do you try another stage? I think they might be going to Stadium if FD doesn't work out. Alright, so we are going to Stadium. I hope the stadium is frozen. I don't know for sure. We'll find out probably about a minute and a half in. That would be really fun. So beginning of game 3, Jakpox kind of out to an early start, but Coin starting to answer back, still in crouch cancel percent for some of Doc's moves. Trying to cover his approach with the pill, ends up not working out. And just like that, the percents are basically even.
Oh, that was really nice there by Jakpox.
Yeah, reads the ledge dash with a good, well-spaced forward smash. So now at this point in Jakpox, you're probably going to use pills to try and extend your lead as much as possible.
Yeah.
You know, make the stock last as long as you can. But Coin calling out the early defeat with a very nice, well-spaced forward air off stage.
Yeah, very nice call out there.
Tries to read his ledge dash again, but this time Coin getting the shield up in time. Oh, the stadium isn't frozen.
It's okay. This will probably be the last game of Grand Finals anyway, so...
Potentially. Well, here's the thing. If, what happens? Can't ask the TO, because the TO's playing. And neither of them want anything to do with each other. Well, yeah, they're both just...
They're both getting their exercise in.
Yeah, the rock transformation is definitely the best transformation. 10 out of 10. Unironically, probably the best transformation. All the other ones kind of suck. Ooh, Coin trying to either just ledge dash backwards or just try and grab a ledge and ends up ledge dashing off stage. Uses his constant hitbox back air to stuff out Doc's up B. So we're back to even. After a slight mishap off stage, we're back to 2 stocks apiece.
They're both looking pretty clean.
I'm honestly surprised how willing Doc is, or how willing Jakpox is to scrap right now. Normally, I feel like in a lot more of their sets, he's playing a lot more passive, using pills to try and pull him out as much as he can. But maybe he just doesn't feel like he's been able to keep him out. So 2 stocks to 1. I'm surprised the cape stayed at that. The cape ended up hitting that.
The coin misfire.
The first misfire of the set. He ends up caping him during his down B, not during his recovery.
Fun fact: at the midway, when Coin was playing on stream, he had like 5 misfires.
He hit an unhealthy amount of misfires.
Very unhealthy.
All right, I think we've seen the scenario every game where
Pretty much.
Last stock, Coin slightly up in percent, and then
My gosh, Coin answering with these backers and not allowing Jakpox enough room to breathe.
Yep, but this kind of like scrap scenario. We've seen it kind of work out for Jakpox in these last stock scenarios, getting the percents kind of even before normally like just a straight hit like that ends up forcing like an offstage scenario. He has no jump.
That might be it.
Yep.
That's it. A 30 in the bag for Coin.
Yep, 3-0. That wasn't Frozen Stadium. Replay it. That wasn't Frozen Stadium. Replay it. What? I specifically played Frozen Stadium on my sets.